Welcome back. Elementary 32, problem 1. Okay, you want to change this radical in the form of a square root c. So let's start. Negative 2 square root of at. You see, which is equal negative 2 square root. What goes in at? 4. So first we are looking for perfect squares. 4 goes in 80 20 times. Negative 2, that's the outside quantity, times 4. 20 can be improved further. 20 is 4 times 5. You see, 20 is 4 times 5. So notice 4 and 4, they are repeating. So why don't I take 2 times 4 times 4 is a 16 times 5 inside. That is negative 2 square root 16 is a 4 square root 5. I cannot improve. Square root 16 is a 4 outside. Square root 5 cannot be improved. So that is negative 8 square root 5. So a is negative 8. C is the radicand. In our case, it's a 5. Next, 5 square root 27. Okay, 5 square root 27. So that is equal to 5 square root. 27 is 9 times 3. So that gets me 5. Square root 9 is a 3. And square root 3, I cannot improve. So in this becomes 5 times 3 is a 15. And square root 3 remains square root 3. So A, that's the outer number, is 15. And C, that's the radicand or the number inside, that's a 3. Next problem. 3 square root 20. 3 square root 20. So that is same as 3 square root 20 is 4 times 5, which is same as 3 times square root 4 is a 2 and square root 5, I cannot improve it. So it stays inside, right? The 5 stays inside. I cannot find its whole number square root. So 3 times 2 is a 6 and square root 5 continues to be square root 5. So the number outside is 6, the number inside is 5. Next problem. 2/3 square root 80. Okay. Fraction 2/3 square root 80. Let's see. 80 is a number we just encountered. So the number outside is 2/3. No change there. Square root 80. 4 times 20, if you remember. That is 2/3 square root. 4 times 5. So you see, instead of writing 4 times 20, I could have written 16 times 5. You see, 16 times 5 is 80. So I don't need this step, okay? All right. So once you see this, this is equals. So the number multiplying outside is 2/3. Square root of 16 is a 4. And square root of 5 stays inside. How do I multiply 2/3 with 4? Well, 2/3 is 2/3. And I'm going to multiply it to 4/1. square root 5 is inside. So how do you multiply fractions? Straight across. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. So that's it. So 8 over 3. A is 8. B is 3. And the radicand, that is C, inside is 5. Next problem. 1 over 2 square root 45. It's a fraction. 1 over 2 square root 45. So that is same as fraction 1 over 2 square root. What is 45? I want a perfect square first. 9 times 5. That is equals fraction 1 over 2 square root 9 is 3, and square root 5 I cannot simplify anymore. So how do I multiply 1 over 2 times 3? I rewrite 3 as a fraction, 3 over 1. And square root 5 continues to be as is. So notice, how do you multiply these fractions? You take numerators, multiply across, and denominators you multiply across, and square root 5 remains square root 5. So 3 over 2 square root 5. Alright, so that completes elementary 32. Next set of problems will be covered in the next video. Until then, bye.